here, go into my DAX exercises. Where are my DAX exercises? Yeah. Okay. I have created a table. If you see the table, let's format it in a better way. Insert table. Okay, this is the table. Now it has date in it, a segment, and an amount. Basically, something. It's a basic. Basically, there is date function, segment function, and amount function, amount table. Sorry, amount column in it. Now, what we need to do is we need to create basically some with respect to date. So usually, what happens? What happens is, let's see. Let's open up Power BI. This is not the one I want. Don't save. Let me open this one. What is happening? I don't want this close program. Let me open that. And let me open all the where all the January dates from here to 31st are my January dates. And what is my current month? My current month is December, because that is what they have given. At the end of the day, they are given this December. So in December, let's say these are December dates. Now you usually get a total. You usually get a total is equal to sum from here to here. Okay. Now this is the total that we got. Now, in order to create filters, what you will do? Let's say I want current month total. That means I want the sum of this. So let's say this is the whole total. You need current month total. So how would you do this? It's very hard to do this. To be honest, it is very hard. Even if I create a pivot table, I have to click on month, everything. But how do I create a measure? I need a measure. So I need something that says I need to calculate this, only this. I need only this. So basically, let's see, sum is equal to sum of December. 1223. This is what something I want. The current month total. Current month is because this is the last month that are there. So let's understand these in order to do this, we based DAX function, time based DAX functions. Now that is what we're gonna realize how to do this. So let's go back and open my Power BI in my thing. So current month to date. So current month to date. So what am I doing here? Sorry, total MTD. Let's go understand this DAX function. Let's go understand this tax function. So what I want to do, what is MTD? Month till date. So I want current month. I want current month in order to give in order to understand the last last month details. So I need the dates and the filter. This is basically the syntax that we want. Let's go an example. MTD sum. This is the expression. Basically, they are using sales amount. Sales amount is there and date key. So let's try to do the same thing in our thing as well. Current MTD, total MTD, and I am using totals. Let's go. Let's see the table first. This is what this is the dates. This is the segment, and this is the amount. This is the amount. Why am I getting only this? Yeah, January 1st to January. Yeah, now I got all these things. Now you let's try to create a new measure. Now, what do I want in this measure? I am saying current MTD. So that is what I want to do. Current MTD. Now, what is the expression that is asking if you want to do current MTD? So you want total MTD with sum. Now let's go here. I don't to, total MTD. Now what is the expression? I need an expression. Basically, I want to sum all these things. I want to sum all these things. So what is the sum formula? What is the sum formula? Is equal to expression is sum of what are all the things of total sales amount, balance amount. Okay. Now I have given the expression. The expression part is done. What is the next thing that I need? Dates. So I need dates. So where are the dates? The date is in the here. So that is what I am going to do. I guess understanding what I am doing. I guess understanding what I'm doing. I'm just trying to open up. What's it? I'm trying to basically. I don't know how to do this. I just saw the syntax. I given the expression total MTD and dates. Date is something that I want. So where are my dates? I want the last month, current month. Basically, I want the current month thing. So let's go for here. I need a um, I need the filter. What is my current month? No, I want dates to be current. Where are my dates column? Where are my dates column? In my dates. Yeah. Now this is something that I want, but it has to be the current month. What is my why am I not getting current? See current start of month, previous month, end of month. No, I don't want end of month. Current month. I want current month. Where is the current month? What did I use here? What did I use here? Dates and ah, MTD. And this is one. Everything is done. So let's open this up. Let's open this up. Create this. 1, 2, 2, 3. Let's go back here. Did we get the correct answer? So basically here I manually saw what is my current month, December. From December I have opened up and summed everything. This is something that I manually done, but I want it in a measure. I can't keep doing manually this. I need a way to get this date, get this answer in directly as a measure. So this is what I have done. In here, what I've created a measure is, in here what I've created a measure is basically total MTD. So total I wanted, and the only filter, if you see the syntax, it is saying add a filter here, add a filter here. Syntax, the filter has been added. So where is the syntax, where is the error, where is the filter I'm adding? I'm adding a filter dates MTD with respect to wherever my dates are. Dates MTD is month till date. So I want the latest date. Like in the same way, there are multiple things. I can use this, duplicate it. I am gonna copy this measure, and you want with respect to quarter. I can just copy this, create a new measure. Then instead of MTD, I'll QTD or YTD. QTD is quarter, MTD is year. So in this way, these are called time-based, let's go here. Yeah, time intelligent functions. These are called time intelligence functions. Basically, to answer these kind of questions, what is the latest year? What is the first year? What is the current year? In order to answer these type of functions, you use time intelligence functions. So this just have an understanding this is there, because this is in the exercise as well. You're going to use this thing in the exercise as well. YTD measure. So this is what you need to do. So total YTD, they have done the same thing, the date and given the date. So this is what you're gonna do. So time intelligent functions is something that you use to answer these type of questions. Current month, what is current year? Now here everything is 2024. So it will give the same answer, which is this sum, and it will give 14,384. These are called time-based DAX functions. Have an idea? Try it out sometime. Try it out with the data that you have. Let's give it a try. But now let's go to our next view, is which is basically report view. This is my favorite one. This is where at last, after cleaning, modeling, and all the things, you are going into the fun part where it is basically you are designing the report. This is the most fun part in any analysis, is trying to do it. Now, one major thing in design is you don't create whatever you want. The thing is, let's first, how do you think about creating a report? So let's understand. So what is the sales data? Based on the data that we are working so far, what are the kind of reports that might need it? Based, still till I open this, let's have this exercise. till i open my file. What, you saw the data by yourself, you have keep working, you have cleaned it, you modeled it. Now what kind of analysis can you do? What kind of reports can you generate? What kind of reports can you generate? Anyone? What kind of reports can you generate based on the data that we have done?
How much sales has been done per month and per quarter
Yeah.
and per year, and what is the earnings and profit and loss?
Okay. Yes. So yes, like you mentioned, That's one basic thing every time you do it, any analysis, sales analysis. The first thing first you're gonna do is basically trying to figure out with respect to year how much are the sales. You can see the sum of sales. You can see uh, sum of sales per year, sales per category, sales per region. This is something you always do. Okay, that's good. Next.
We can estimate like what is the peak time of we need to meet the supply and demand, and we can go with
Peak
the next
time
year. Yeah.
based on the year, then you can go ahead. You can check with respect to year how the sales data is changing. Yes, that you can do. So let's anything else that you would like to do. Sales data is one thing you mentioned, and profit is something that you mentioned. Yes, both are right. Anytime you see this, that's something that you would do.
Like it can also like evaluate how performance done by the salespersons, like how much they sold out, kind of.
Yeah, how much is the performance? Yes, you can do. You can create KPIs. Yes, that's something. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. The thing is, now they have created a report, but no one is gonna come behind you while doing jobs say that like, hey, this is what I'm gonna need. You have to keep thinking by yourself. What else can I do? Okay. So let's try to do some basic exercise. I'm gonna do one exercise, and there are multiple three reports I think in this. Let's try to do one. Now let's say this is a design page one. This is what we're gonna try. At the end of the day, this is what we need. This is what we need. So how do we get here? We have nothing here. We have blank report. Now we have to get it to here. So how to do this? In the Power BI, rename. So basically they are renaming it. So they are using rename it. Page one, page one. Shit. That's what overview. Sorry, over. Okay, overview. So add an image and insert. So basically, why? Because here they want to work. See the brand logo. They want to add the brand logo. How do I add a brand logo? Okay, let's go here. Go to insert. Here we can add logos from outside. Add logos from outside. So where is my image? Image. Where is it? Okay, I have created. I have imported the image. So let's try to. I'll do another things. Okay, to open navigate. This is there. Okay, that's fine. I've already done it. Okay, got it. To add a slicer. So what is a slicer? What is a slicer? Anyone can see? Anyone has used Excel before? Slicer. Used Excel before in order to do slicer.
No, but it will divide the visualization into some required parts or something.
I would say slicer is like a filter. In the previous example as well. In the previous example, what we have done is months. So which you can add it onto any column. Which you can add it onto any column. So let's say I put a slicer on the date. It will subdivide it into different months, January, February, March. The previous example that we have opened up. What did we open? Index. Just now we opened up, right? Where is this? Index. It's a slicer. Give me a slicer onto this. It is kind of a slice. I don't need a data model. It is a slicer. I'll show it with my data. I use it all the time with my data all the time. You see, most used. Let's go to my CRM data. Let's say I need a slicer with respect to some companies. So let's say I want a slicer in here. I'll go insert and create a slicer. Where is my format? Insert a slicer. Yeah, add a slicer. So slicer, what it does, it will ask me what what slicer I want with respect to column is decided. The column is all right, and it will ask me to filter it. To filter it. So that's basically if this is the column, what I want to filter out. It's basic kind of a filter, advanced filter that you can do with respect to any column you want. You can use a slicer. Slicer is like an advanced filter. That's what you can understand. Let's see, you can see the first hand experience how we're going to insert a slicer. So let's say this is a slicer that you want. Now let's go insert a slicer. Now what in the data planner, drag the date year field, not the year level hierarchy, into the field of okay. Basically, they want year. Now slicer is mostly used for years, categories, and regions. Let's say you want a region, use a slicer. You will use slicers in the years. So these are the places that you use mostly the years. So where are my years? From which table do I want my year to be? In the date table in the year. In the date table in the year, it is what I want. I'm gonna okay. Okay, now this is a slices has been created. Now what happens is whatever that I try to create here, this is a kind of filtration that I can get. Let's say if I click on FI 2018, everything will be with respect to 2018. So this is a filter. This is an advanced filter you can directly choose from. Okay, now let's try to go for to convert a slicer from an insert drop down. So drop down, they want a drop down. I can go for style. So anything with respect to visual, the color, how it needs to look, all these things will be there in your visual folder, and you can just go here and go for drop down. So basically what they are asking is instead of a list, go for a drop down like this. So this is a sum of the options that you might have. Depend, it's this totally a priority that how you want it. All right, resize the position of the slicer. Okay, so this is how I'm gonna resize it. All right, next, what do we need next? In the year slicer, open a drop down and select FY 2020. Not all, so FY 2020 is something that I want. All right, next, what are they doing? Empty area, create a second slicer based on the region. Like I mentioned, slices are mostly used for dates, region, categories, these kind of things. So let's create a one more slicer. Now in this slicer, what they want is they want a region. They want a region in this. So if you see this, in every time I click on something, what is happening? Okay, I'm going to hide these filters for now. I'm going to hide these filters for now. Every time I'm clicking on something, what are the fields that are there that will open up here? And when you click on this, just like the pivot table that we have seen in the pivot table, the same thing happens. Let's say this region I want to include in this visualization, it will just go into this field. Now this in slicer, there is only one field. If you see, there is a stacked column. There is x-axis, y-axis, legend, small multiples, tooltips, multiple things are there here. Depending on the depending on different visualizations, different tabs need to be filled. For here, we only need this. Okay, and I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna drag it. Now, this I'm dragged. So I have imported logo, created a slicer with respect to year, created a slicer with respect to region. Now leave the slicer area, resize. Okay, that is fine. To add a chart to the page, line and stacked column chart. So they want to add a line and stacked column. This is staggered column. This is a staggered column, and but they want a line staggered column. Yeah, this one. Delete this. I'm gonna make it bigger. Now here, what goes into x-axis, what goes into y-axis, what goes into the line. Now these are the few things that we need to add. If you see above, what did they add? They added month, sales, and profit margin. These are the different things that they have added. So let's try to add this as well. Now we want month and sales. Let's go for month. This is the month. Now you see there are 2 months. One is from the one is from the hierarchy and one is from the generic table. So I'm using the month as a table, not the from hierarchy. You can use both, doesn't matter. It's going to give you the same answer. Now month is given, and the second thing is sales. Okay, now I got my sales with respect to months. Now we got respect to months. Now here is one thing that you understand. Here we already kept a slicer saying that I want 2020 data. If you click on 2019 data, you could come 2019 data. So that's the thing. This it acts as a filter. It acts as a filter. So 2020 data. This is sales, and we need one more thing. We need the profit margin. We need the profit margin. Where? Okay, where is my profit margin? Profit margin. This is the pro. The only thing you can drag and drop as well. You don't have it. You can drag and drop as well. So I got my profit margin with respect to sales and month. With respect to sales and month. Now these are the few things that I have added up. Now next, one more thing. Sometimes June, July, August, September, June, July, August, September, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. June month is missing here. June month is missing here. The reason June month is missing is because sometimes if it doesn't have data, it doesn't show. At that particular time, you can say is you can show drop this down. Venus was missing. I just added because there was no data. There's nothing was that thing was shown. This is something that never happens, but just for the sake of understanding, say that there was no data here. That's the reason we added the thing that with no data. Now, next thing, what are we doing? Okay, now add a visual stacked column chart. So let's add a stacked column chart. I'm gonna add a stacked column chart. Sorry. So I made a mistake. I was clicking on this and added a stacked column. That means it will replace this. First move outside, then add a staggered column. Now, this is something that I will add in here. What are they trying to do? In here, country versus sales. Country versus sales. Legend is category. So I want country versus sales and legend. So what is a legend? So legend is basically if you are adding, usually x-axis and y-axis are here. Oh, I made a mistake again. I didn't click this. I didn't click this. Sales country and I want category. Category should be in legends. So what happens is, just resizing it for now. Okay. Now you basically got sales versus country, but you want to add one more parameter, which is basically the category. Category. Now in this way, you usually add either in legends or small multiples. Both will give you similar answer. You're basically adding a different dimension to it. If legend works, if the category is too much, the legend is very hard to understand. And at this point of time, I always, what I personally do is I use data labels as well. I use data labels, which will give you a better understanding. Okay, now next, stacked volume chart. Now next we are adding a stack bar chart. I'm adding a bar chart here. Let's expand it now a little bit. Expand it. Now let's try to do what they're trying asking us to do. Category versus quantity. So category versus quantity. So quantity versus category. Now expand the bar chart and the color group. Default color. Suitable color. Okay. Basically, they want us to change the color of these bars. You can go into visual every time you want to change colors, the text, and all these things. Go to visualization. Go to color. Now here, where is my bar color? Where is my bar color? Now bar colors. I want to change it to orange. Okay, I'll change it to orange. Now let's see any data labels. Again, they're asking us to create have a data labels on this data labels. Okay. Now this is how I have done the whole thing. So now let's understand different things here. Now I have not given any filters on this. I have not given any filters on this. The whole page doesn't have any filters, but I have given a slicer. Now, in order to experience a slicer, if you want 2021 FI data, directly just by clicking on the slicer, the whole thing changes. The whole thing. If you want 2019 data, the whole thing changes. So this is the importance of a slicer. Now this can also you can also do this. Let's say I want there's one more thing called select all. Yeah. Now here what I have done is you can also create a filter on this. Let's go here and go to filters on this page. Now I can also do this. It will also give me the same answer. I can create a filter here as well. You can create a filter here as well. But this is in the filters panel. Usually when you're now this will only occur when you have Power BI. Now let's say you are sending this report to someone else. They don't will open the filters here. They will like to try to do okay in all years this is the case. Now let's open just for particular year. For year I'll just let's do this first now. I just want for my 2020 data. So they don't want to go to filter here. So at that particular time, the slices are very helpful. Now I want for Australia. I can do that just for Australia. So this is what we're gonna keep using. All right. The next thing that we can see is this is filters panel. You can create if you click on any visualization, the filter in the visualization occurs. That means you can filter with respect to category and with respect to quantity. Now here there are three filters: month, profit margin, sales. Here there are again three filters: category is there, sales is there, country is there. Now you can add multiple filters on the particular visual. You can add filters on a page, and you can add filter on all the pages. Now if I create a year filter on all the pages, even though I create multiple reports, I can with just one click have filter applied on everything. Okay, that is filter page. Now any the all the visualizations are here. Every visualization, the inbuilt visualizations are here. Depending on the visualization, you can use you can drag and place, or if you just directly click as well, it will just go accordingly. You can create x-axis. Now this is a column, a stacked column with the line. So x-axis is month, y-axis is sales, and we added a profit margin as a line. So this is what we can keep adding into this. Here we added legends. Here we added legends into the category. So this is all the things that we gonna go through, that we gonna use. So there are two more visualizations that they are asking: design page 2 and design page 3. So then these are the different things. Now this is one more thing that I want to show is how do we change a text or anything. In the insert, there are few things that you can add. A text box, you can add a text box. Like this is a text box. Let's say you can change the font with whatever font, Calibri is something that I want. You want, let's say this report. This is a report. No, this is some, and basically like any other Word document, you can just change the size, make it bold, all the things that you can do with respect to this. And this is there, and there are also some shapes. Let's say there are some shapes here. There are some shapes that you can add. There's an image, there's a button that you can add. This is just beautifying the things. For beautification, this is needed. Um, Anything else? I think we have pretty much covered everything that is required to do this exercise. Now, this is how you're going to start creating report views. You'll start creating report views. Anything else that is given here? Okay, they are sharing into the workspace, but I know that most of you don't have Power BI, the service, the online version. Don't worry about it. Usually, what happens is, let's say I've created in my desktop, then I'll hit on publish. You want to say the changes? It will ask me to publish it. So this is my workspace. Now if I go to my Power BI, if I go to my Power BI app.power BI, let me just give it a second. If you publish there, it will appear here. So that's how you use to, if you want to share it in your whole company. Now they use premium version. I don't have a premium version, so you can share these reports to your colleagues or team members, etc. It is taking some time. So once you hit publish here, I haven't published it. This is my workspace. I can say select publishing sales analysis PBIX to Power BI. Let's go back to our, we have already semantic model sales analysis Power BI, replacing the data, replace data. Give it a second. Why is it taking so long? internet is really slow. So that's what we're gonna do. So today, what the exercise is basically complete the whole design report. Complete the whole design report. You don't have to publish. You don't have to publish because you are just using desktop version and not signed in. If you have signed in, that's fine. You can create a workspace. The default workspace will be given. You can just publish it and try to view it. It is taking some time to open this up. So that is what we're gonna do today. This is the exercise. This is the most fun part. We'll start creating visualizations. Now, the one thing that we need to understand in the visualization is the one thing that we need to understand in the visualization is why is something needed. So why is something needed? So month on sales is something that okay over in 1 year how much did we make and what is the profit margin? Here we didn't achieve our profit margin. That means we are in losses here. If you see, we are in losses here. From to October 2019, we kind of made a profit. We kind of made a profit. Now, if you see in Jan, we made the highest profit. We made the profit margin was the highest. That is what we are seeing. That is what we are seeing. Next, yeah, these are the filters. Okay, what kind of filters? I'm a business owner. Yeah, I'm doing business in multiple regions. That's something that I would like to know. Let's say in Australia, how much was it? I would like to know. And that way, I can create these things. Then this is month on sales. Now, sales with respect to country. The sales with respect to country. Now, it's going to be the same answer. If you see Australia, how much is Australia made? 1.2 million with accessories. It's going to be the same value. If you see only Australia is coming. That's quantity by category. Now, how much quantity per category is happening? There is no category filter anywhere here. So basically, these are all the things that I will need. So that this. So later we'll try to understand how we're gonna use inbuilt. There's some AI inbuilt in this, like the Q&A here. So there's some AI inbuilt in this. We'll try to understand how to use this tomorrow. Will take some time preparing Q&A. Let's say so these are few Q&A that will appear. So you can ask them these questions and it will give you the answer. So this is how we start creating more and more reports. Now here you're just using what is given. But what you need to understand is how do you think about this? Why? How do you think in the first place that I need sales versus months? I could have also done sales versus year. So, but here done sales versus fiscal month. So these are something that we need to keep thinking and start acting in such way. So once this is all is done, you have to pick up a data set and do your own project. Just the whole project has to be done by you. All right. Any doubts in today's class?
No, sir.
So please complete this report. This report. There are 3 reports in this. Complete them. All right. There's a video as well. You can use the video if you need any help. I will I will see you guys tomorrow. It's very same. The reports are the easier part. Reports are the easier part. The only difficult part is how do you think about the report? What report is needed? How do you think about it? Okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you.
So
Thank you.